Surrounded by the blazing fires of hell, our motorcycle immediately slammed on the brakes hard, and within the span of an instant, it was completely engulfed in flames. Hey, that's precisely the essence of Ghost Rider. The flame-spewing Harley Johnny hopped on, ready to chase the evil force, and oh boy, things just got interesting. Johnny encountered a robber by the roadside and immediately thought, it's time to give him a lesson. He grabbed the robber like a boss, but the guy stubbornly tried to fight back, only for his knife to melt faster than an ice cream on a summer day. In the robber's terrified gaze, Johnny unleashed his signature move, the Judgment Eye, giving the dude a soul experience he would never forget. The robber's soul turned to ashes instantly, and Johnny rode off into the night like the Lone Ranger he is. Without realizing it, he ended up at his father's grave just as the sun started to rise, putting out his hellfire, and poof face blunt. Talk about a plot twist. When Johnny woke up again, he found himself in strange surroundings. Turns out the graveyard keeper saved him, and boy, does this guy have stories to tell. The old man told Johnny the Ghost Rider hunts escaped hellish sinners as the demon's voice. By day, they blend in, by night, they strike. The graveyard was once a sacred ground that no demon could breach. Johnny was safe here as long as he didn't sneeze. But after learning the truth, Johnny decided to leave, only to get caught by the cops on his journey. Talk about bad luck. Turns out police found Johnny's plate at the scene and deemed him the culprit. Rough break. Though Johnny protested desperately, the cops were all, no evidence. Doesn't matter. Lock him up. The tough guys in jail caught wind of a new player and figured it was time to throw him a warm welcome. Johnny found himself in a brawl the moment he stepped in, and the flames within him sparked to life. Ghost Rider activated. Superhero mode engaged. The prison gates melted like butter. Johnny strutted out, and his trusty flaming Harley was waiting outside to pick him up. Next up, he was off to track down the witch, while the police scrambled to join the chase. The cops surrounded him quickly. Johnny leaped off the bridge, always surprising. As the water churned, the flaming Harley rose from the depths because regular water is no match for hellfire. Johnny zoomed off the water, while the witch sensed danger and sent his wind minion to battle. Let the games begin. As Johnny arrived, he got sneak attacked by the wind minion and was flung onto a car. Talk about one epic stunt. Johnny doubled down and hopped on this dream ride, the ultimate vehicle that every guy fantasizes about. The Ghost Rider's flaming Harley not only looks killer, but can soar beyond gravity. It's like driving a jetpack on wheels. With each wheel spin, a fiery road unleash, Johnny soared rooftops like a superhero. He searched for the wind minion's location, only to be surrounded by police helicopters. Johnny raised his chains, and the battle was on. Johnny wrapped the helicopter with his chains, trying to yank it off balance. The chopper was on the brink of a meltdown. But he noticed the pilot had come to, choosing to let the unlucky flyer go. What a nice guy. The wind minion reappeared, trying to recruit Johnny, but Johnny was like, how about we wrestle instead? The wind minion was ready, darting away like a breeze. Facing Johnny's attack, he couldn't help but taunt. Suddenly, hellfire ignited on Johnny's chains. It was a flaming party like no other. The wind minion was trapped in a vortex of flames, and soon he was toasted, and now it's just the water minion left in the witch crew. Johnny remounted the blazing Harley with ease, soaring down from the sky with the grace of an action movie star ablaze with fire. With his fearless charge, the Ghost Rider crashed down from the sky, landing with a thud that screamed coolness. The surrounding cops opened fire, but the bullets were like tickles, not a thing. A casual wave of his arm ignited hellfire, and by the time the cops reacted, Johnny had already broken free from the circle. So he sauntered off elegantly, as the witch watched, knowing he was outmatched. Who'd have thought had kidnapped Johnny's girlfriend? When Johnny returned home, the witch had laid a trap, but as Johnny morphed into Ghost Rider, the tides turned instantly. The witch was pinned against the wall, and just as Johnny was about to unleash the Judgment Eye, the witch burst into laughter. Classic villain move. Turns out, he didn't even ever saw. Then he launched a counterattack, grabbing Johnny by the neck in a flash. He told Johnny, if you want to save your girlfriend, find the evil contract in the graveyard, or you'll be a lone wolf forever. Johnny dashed to the graveyard, grabbed a shovel, ready to dig. Talk about an all-out treasure hunt. He was stopped by the gravekeeper, who snapped the shovel in half. Turns out the evil contract was hidden right there. The old man handed Johnny the contract and decided to see him off, a true mysterious benefactor. As the old man whistled, a majestic steed burst forth, and in Johnny's amazed eyes, the old man mounted the horse. As he put his cowboy hat back on once more, the blazing hellfire began to engulf him. It transpired that the gravekeeper was indeed the previous Ghost Rider. In a flash, the old man's horse transformed into a flaming warhorse, two Ghost Riders racing through the night. What a fiery duo. Wherever they went, everything turned to ash, and the road of flames stretched on. This is what we call the spark of legacy. Johnny was destined to inherit the Ghost Rider's will, and soon the pair arrived at the land of evil, where the old man warned Johnny to stay in the shadows. Then he passed his weapon to Johnny, revealing the old man was out of energy. This was his final transformation into Ghost Rider, leaving the future in Johnny's hands. After sharing these words, the old man vanished into the darkness, and Johnny set off alone toward the realm of evil, only to be pulled into trouble by the water minion.